Matthew Morris here, Wood Studio, and it's a Wednesday, which means it's time for another shop update. Um, First off, if you haven't done so already, go and check out the Matt and Matthew show that Matt Cremona and myself have put together, and we have our first episode already on YouTube with our second episode shot, and that's in post-production right now. We really want to thank you guys for all the great feedback you've given. We're having a lot of fun doing this, and I think you guys are having a lot of fun watching so far. Trust me or trust us, there's some really good content coming up, and it's just going to be a real blast. So once again, you can go check that show out at the Matt and Matthew Show or at themattandmatthewshow.com. Either search on YouTube or just head over to our website. And also go check out Matt Cremona's channel as well, or go check out his website, mattcremona.com. And I'll have links for everything in the notes for the show. So let me tell you what's going on here in the shop. So I'm working on two cabinets. There's only one on the assembly table right now because the other one's on the other table back over here. And I'm focusing on this one cabinet as far as the face frame. And I've shot footage for everything here except the final bit of the face frame, which is cleaning up the surfaces so everything's nice and level to each other. I'll probably do that after I finish the shop update. So what's new is basically that I've glued in the rail where the door is going to hang, which means I also mortised the hinges into the door as well and hung the two hinges as well. So those guys are all done. This guy's been glued in. And then I glued in the top and bottom filler pieces as well. I'm really happy with the color and grain match that I got here for both the bottom and the top. Unfortunately, on the top here, you're going to miss all of this because there will be molding that's going to go on the front of this that'll hide this filler strip up here. But the filler strip on the bottom, I'm really liking how that looks as far as the grain and color. And this cabinet's coming out really well. The reason why the other cabinet is not at this stage yet is because I'm filming a slightly different procedure for fitting these rails into the rabbets than I did for this case. In this case, I used the hand plane to plane the surface of the inside of the rail to the final thickness to fit into the groove I cut in the rabbet and in the top shelf and the bottom. In the other cabinet, I'm going to use a chisel to chisel back to that final width that the rail is, and then drop that rail in and glue it up. So there's as many things in woodworking. There's multiple ways of doing the same thing, and this is one of those instances, and I'm going to cover both ways. So I'm really happy with this cabinet. I'm going to film the other stuff and then move on this week to building the doors. Along with the cabinet, which is mainly what's been going on in the shop this week, I've also purchased and received 20 of those leather handles that I use from, or knobs, whichever way you want to call it, from Anthropologie. Now the reason why I bought so many was that Anthropologie tends to be a store where they stock something and then once it's gone, it's gone. So just in case, I purchased 20 of those. I have them in stock. But if you're interested in purchasing those too, let me know so that we can talk about it. And I also have the hangers for the back. I've got those in. And I've got the hinges I use for the door, as well as a steel screw that matches the brass screw for the hinge so that you can thread all of your holes with the steel screw instead of the brass screw, which inevitably either will strip the head or potentially break the screw. So I have steel screws as well. So if you're interested in getting any of these pieces, let me know. because if for some reason there's 20 of you who are interested right away, I'll need to go buy more of these knobs and keep them in stock. I will also show you in this project how to do something different than the leather pole or knob from Anthropologie, and I'll also show you how to turn your own pole on the lathe. Both of them look really good. It's just a personal preference. Otherwise, in the shop, I'm now maybe a week or a little bit over a week, maybe 2 weeks, I'm not sure, but into using this Tenryu Gold Master blade, which is a thin curved blade, and I'm really liking it. The quality of cut is stellar, especially in cross cutting. It just took a little bit of extra adjustments on my Incra table saw fence and my Incra mighty, not miter gauge, but crosscut sled, and everything was dialed in. So there are a couple of operations that I would typically do some math on with my 1/8" blade, and since this isn't a full 1/8", that may be a little bit more difficult, but nothing you couldn't overcome relatively easily. So it's a great blade. I'm really digging it. I'm glad that it's going to be part of my inventory now. But the woodworker blades from Forest, those are equal in quality. I think they're both pretty much the same quality level and craftsmanship level as far as the blade's concerned, and the quality of cut. One's just thin curve versus the full curve blade. So I'm probably not going to buy another Tenryu because I have 3 Forest Woodworker 2 blades. I do want to buy a Woodworker 2 #1 grind blade at some point in the future, but I'm in no rush to do that today. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and check out all the other cool stuff like the Campbell House Living Room Armchair Project, which I have all the videos up for, or the little Campbell House table, the project preview, and my other shop updates. And of course, if you have any questions, put them in the comments for this video, and I'd love to answer those as well. If you have anything you want to know about the cabinet project or anything else, put them in the comments for the video too, so I can answer those for you next week. Until I see you guys next Wednesday, I hope you have a really great week in the shop.